Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Phil Garrod, who's the UK Sports Stuff Manager for AGS. And we've been visiting some AGS customers over the last couple of days. And can I say, Phil, that you must have the easiest job in the world? But your product seems to sell itself.
Uh, yeah, I wish it was that easy. Not always, but yeah, we're doing really well. So yeah, so far so good.
Now, you started, I believe, with AGS, 3 years ago? And you came from the greenkeeping side of the business. So what you can say is that you know the job of the people you're selling to.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I did quite a few years when I was on the tools. Worked in golf and worked on grounds and had a variety of experience over them years. And I think it's well placed for me to be able to give some advice now and again.
Well, I mean, people would say, well, how can you go to the job that you've got now straight from working on the ground? But you actually spent quite a long time getting yourself qualified, and I believe you're an R&A scholar as well.
Yeah. I was lucky enough a few years ago. RNA took a punt on me and put me through help finance my degree, and I studied at MySco part time whilst I was working in golf at the time. Yeah, managed to get through with a good degree, so it's stood me in good stead coming into this side of things.
Exactly, because it looks having both sides of the job covered, you're well placed to talk to your end users and report back to AGS if there's anything out there that the guys on the ground are needing. It's not quite ready yet, so you can point the R&D guys in the right direction.
Yeah, like I think so. I think what my degree gave me was the opportunity to sort of like look at research and be able to. To be honest with you, I remember quite a lot of it. So when I'm out on the road, it's sort of like sometimes you see certain things and it twigs something in your head, and you're able to advise, and you know that you're giving advice that's backed up by something rather than just a whim. So yeah, everything stood me in good stead, to be fair.
So what was it about moving into this side of the industry and AGS that attracted you to the job that you're in at the moment?
I'll be honest with you. The truth was for family reasons at the start, but the reason I think I wanted to do it is I think you get to a stage in your career that you're not sure where you. I really wanted to go with regards to hands-on, and I think I was always told that I was quite good at communicating over and sales. My uncle was into sales, and he said Phil should be a salesman, so that's why I kind of got involved. And I had a little go at it for a year with another company. Didn't really enjoy it, but came back with a better outlook this time. Was a little bit older and a bit more sensible. So.
And from someone who's worked on the ground, you've actually got both bases covered there as well, because not only were you a greenkeeper on golf courses, you've been a groundsman as well, so you know both sides of that business as well.
Yeah, no, and exactly. Like I think where my groundsman side of things, I enjoyed going to that after golf, because golf gives you quite a lot of eye for detail. The pressure on the golf guys is quite high. Not saying it isn't for the grounds guys, but attention to detail is scrutinised in golf, I would say, a lot more sometimes than the football side and the ground side. So, but I took a little bit of my golf knowledge, took it into grounds, and yeah, totally loved it, and love doing grounds, to be honest. Grounds is probably a bit more my passion now than the golf.
Now, I know, Phil, you were recruited initially to your current role to facilitate the entry into the IOG market, but can you just elaborate a little bit more about how your role has evolved during that time?
Yeah, obviously, when I started the position, it was very much the business that was being done was very much golf based. I was brought on to get into grounds and to start getting our name around in that sort of arena. Obviously, initially, I think the main role I had was to sort of get the sales guys who had been comfortable calling on golf for all this time up to a stage where they can actually pop into ground sites and be able to start understanding what they do as well. So obviously a bit of training at the start, and then obviously going out myself and start seeing results, that with the work I was doing and trying to enhance the grounds, and sort of everything followed a little bit from there.
Well, having seen the work that your guys have done over the last couple of days, your training exercises seem to have been very successful, because they all seem very, very comfortable in the arena environment and have a good relationship with the groundsmen they've been speaking to.
Yep. Yeah, I have to say, I think the one thing I did do was I was definitely able to bring on a couple of products that weren't in the portfolio, and actually talking to the guys about how to use them, particularly for like stadium environments being one, areas where light and wind and air circulation, should I say, is very limited, there was a couple of things I was able to bring on, get to the guys, and through the sales force, we've been able to really help different sites achieve different standards up and down the country.
Now, I think since you started, you have picked up quite a number of prestigious and customers in all levels of the business, but some particularly prestigious ones. Can you just give me an outline as to who you're visiting and who's particularly enjoying the AGS products?
Yeah, I would say like I still keep my eye in on the golf, so I deal with the Grove, which is obviously quite a high profile golf account. Really enjoy getting involved down there from a football side. To be honest, my favourite one's probably the Millwall lads, because they're sort of like, no one likes Millwall and you like to be an underdog, don't you? So, from that point of view, I enjoyed it. But I call on quite a few guys in the Premiership, a few national guys, all in different situations. So, yeah.
Now, I did joke at the beginning of the interview that you must have the easiest job in the world, because having seen some of your customers over the last couple of days, the product seems to sell itself. But seriously, how do you think AGS has managed to establish itself as a relatively new name in the industry quite so quickly?
That's a good question. I think there's quite a lot of answers to that. In a nutshell, for me, I think the thing that we have done well is we've got key line products that have got good data behind them, so they, as you say, they can sell themselves because of the data that backs them up is very comprehensive. Sustain, for argument's sake, has got a plethora of research based going back a long time. Growth products as well, in the same token, have had a lot of years worth of research done on them, so that does make us a little bit, makes things easy, gives us a start. When it comes to actually like the frontline sales and us guys going around, I think because we operate, and I know I try to operate at a consultancy level, trying to give people good advice based on my experience and my qualifications. I think maybe we get things right and we use a bit of common sense. So I think our approach is just a concise, clear one. We just deal with facts and not fiction.
Now, we all know, and having seen over the last couple of days the work that AGS does at the various golf clubs we've visited, that I know that AGS has a comprehensive portfolio of products out there. But your R&D department must be kept busy because products are dropping off the listings and there are problems that require solutions that you guys are working on. So can you just give me a little bit of background as to that sort of work that's going on within AGS?
Yeah, obviously we're always looking at ways to develop going forward. Obviously we've got Jeff, our technical manager, who's often looking at stuff, so he's a good sounding sheet for that. But we're generally looking at biological solutions, obviously coming forward with the chemical constraints that are starting to be placed on us. I think it's important though that it isn't just solely biological, it's very much a biological, physical, chemical solution.
An integrated approach.
Integrated as best as possible. And I think from a product point of view, we are going down the biological route to some extent, but obviously not negating the other side. So there's I think we've got a couple of new products coming out this year, which are targeted to various species of grass, and they're PGPRs. We use Companion already, which is a microbial inoculant that is seeing some good results for disease suppression. We've got plenty going on in the background, and I think we're well placed going forward to provide a solution to our customers.
Well, thank you very much for giving me I know you're a busy man, you've given us quite a bit of your valuable time, so I do appreciate that, and thanks very much, Phil, and good luck for you and for AGS going forward.